I know it's been a hot minute since the last time I streamed. You know how it is. Sometimes you get caught up in life stuff. But anyway, we're going to be trying to finish the beginning segment of this. I don't remember if I streamed this. I think I did. The opening segment of our Room Where It Happened Hiveswap Animatic. Do you want to say I did read that entire, how do you say, the Geo article. I recommend reading it if you haven't. The article about the Hiveswap scandal. It was something for sure. It sure did happen. That might not be fast enough. Let's speed that thing up a little bit.
Mr. Mr. Secretary. Mr. Secretary. Mr. Bird.
I think I'm going to have a little pan during this, but I'm not going to implement that quite yet. I need some more drawings first. Let me see if I remember. Oh, that's right, I was going to have a demic object in here kind of slide on. That's right, I remember now. It's going to have a demic object slide into place ever so comfortably into the screen so that he can look up and see, oh shit, Damic's here. Or Mr. Secretary, I suppose, as the song would call him. Let's get right into it.
Who's about good old General Mercer?
Pretty sure my pencil needs to be darker. I haven't done this in long enough that my pencil settings are all out of whack. I don't think this is the same pencil. I think it was this pencil. Am I right? Who knows? This one maybe? Maybe it was a mechanical pencil? No, I think it was the darker pencil. Goodness. Probably give his head a tilt actually. Just a slight, like a move over here. A little tilt, a slight turn. I am a bit out of practice, of course, but that is the consequence. Oh. Forgot, do not rely too heavily on your onion skins, because that is the one-way trip to Bad Animation Town, USA. where I live. Whenever I use onion skins, or whenever I use too many onion skins. Alright. Look at this. This is turning out. And then turn this slightly towards, yeah. I think that works. Slight adjustment. Bunch of little adjustments. The horns are always hard because they change so radically because they're stiff objects, so there's not a lot of room for, how do you say, I guess plausible deniability with how their form should be. No, you take one look at that, you know exactly how big it is and relative to Damic's general face and what shape it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be very static. With moving things, you can kind of take some cheats. You can kind of make an arm too short without it being too noticeable. Obviously, it's better not to take cheats, but since this frame would only be lasting a second, if I could take the cheat, I probably would. But I can't, so I won't. I think I'll leave the body exactly where it is. Sounds smart to me.
Sir, did you hear the news about good old General Mercer? No. You know. Mr. Bird, sir, did you hear the news about good old...
And of course I'll have that slide in a motion. Glasses kind of get bigger, but I don't know if I really want to fix it. It's fine. Right here I can tell though that Zephyros's head is a little bit too big. It's much bigger than Damic's. Oh, hello, Blue Totodile. I remember seeing you. Page of Rage. That is our boy right here. happy to see you back, even after the extended hiatus. That hair does not look good. Let's look at some previous. Okay. Do I need another thing here? I might not, since I think I'm going to. Okay, let's see how this.
Ah, Mr. Secretary. Mr. Burr, sir. And did you hear the news about good old General Mercer? No. You know.
Whoop, too early.
Ah, Mr. Secretary. Mr. Burr, sir. And did you hear the news about good old General Mercer? No. You know, Claremont. No. You know,
Let's see. And we're gonna do another. I should probably get my Nephos references up because I do not have them up. I'm doing this. I'm freeballing this, and that's always a bad idea. Where are my references? There they are. Let's put this in a separate window. Hello, Eddie. Put this reference in a separate window. Put Nephos up here. There we go. Thank you very much. Although, you've definitely been looking at the most dog shit part of it. Oh well.
Claremont Street. Yeah.
I when I was working on this, I had just gotten used to drawing Zephyros, that I could do it pretty consistently, and I've lost it. It happens, I guess. He's a difficult one to draw because his hair doesn't follow a pattern exactly. He's got like weird bangs with weird short bits. I mean, that's true of a lot of characters, but Nephos Hiveswap confirmed. Indeed. These big ass horns are gonna trip me up again. I'm gonna choose a new shape for them. And it's gonna mess up the flow. But you know what? We'll get to that problem when we get to it. I'd rather get something down than nothing down. So, weird horns it is. Also thinking about live streaming something that isn't this. Probably not Homestuck related either. I did have an idea for another fan base, Animatic. I guess I'll do that one and see how much attention it garners. It's from a game I don't actually like, but the fan culture surrounding it is pretty big, and I have a pretty good idea for it. I'm gonna spend the whole stream just drawing this one horn. That's it. That's the stream, guys. There we go. Aren't you looking nice? It is Among Us, as if this Twitch feed could get any cringier. I was going to do like one of those little, because those have been pretty popular recently, little Among Us animations. Although I kind of wanted to do the people more humanoid than Bean Boys, because I hate myself and my free time. I think I showed you the song. I was going to do the Octavia English cover of Bad Girl Online. Yeah, no, like, it's not a bad game. It's not a bad game. It's just... Oh yes, I really enjoy Pokemon prior to Gen 8. I don't respect Sword and Shield. Like, I respect people who play it. Obviously, people can play whatever games that they want. I don't respect Nintendo for making Gen 8. But all the other Pokemon games, actually have one of every generation of DS main series. I have all the mystery dungeons, which I love. Obviously, the best mystery dungeon is Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky. No hate, but I've played all the other ones except for Gate to Infinity, and that's just the truth. Gen 5, I have to say, is the peak of the series in my personal opinion. even though I'm a huge Gen 4 stan, I guess that's how you say that. Um, I'm a huge Gen 4 person. Uh, but Gen 5. Yeah, yeah. No, I would obviously agree with that. I think Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon is better than Oraz. Uh, and I think it's the best of the 3D titles, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. But um, I I think, yeah, Gen 5 music and Gen 5 plot was lit, so to say. I might stream some Pokemon later, um, as a game thing, but I have so much Pokemon to do and I do not have a camcorder for it. Um, I'm trying to complete the national dex in every game so that I have one of every generation. Because again, I hate myself and my free time. It's just the way it is. Hmm. I think his horns are too crimped. I think it's just more of a smooth upturn here. Oh, the low health music. Okay, like, okay. Um, Page of Rage, I see where you're coming from. I really, really do. Um, the animations were a bit slow. I didn't get the chance to beat Black 2. It had that terrible music. I think that maybe if they had let you turn it off, it would have been really perfect. But I think that the Gen 5 animations are better than the Gen 6 animations. No shade, they just seem better. But then again, I turn off battle animations for every game that I've ever played, so I don't know. But it seems like everybody's on board with me saying that the battle animations aren't all that it's cracked up to be. But I'll leave that up to you. Um, yeah. Of course, when I get a little bit faster at drawing bodies, I have another idea for a musical based Homestuck thing, but it's much more complicated than this is, so probably not anytime soon. I might work on some original stuff later. Each turn just took a lot of time. Yeah, yeah. I could see that. I guess I didn't mind so much though in the battles. In the 3D ones, it feels like I spend so much time in the overworld, and I'm like, dude, no, not gonna lie, this overworld sucks. Close combat of Blissey. Close combat of Blissey. God, we love to see it. Okay, that looks vaguely like a like a Zephyros. F in the chat on that one, Page of Rage. Yeah, I didn't play much of the Black One post game, although that's because I just went straight into, or not Black One. I played White. I didn't play much of the White One post game because I kind of went directly into White 2, Do Not Pass Go, Do Not Collect 200, because I figured it would be easier to complete the national decks. Hello! It's nice to see you all again. Prisma Balloons is obviously who I'm referring to. There's only one person who just joined. I know it's been a while. Oops. Drawing in the Hiveswap style also messed up my MSPA style. I was doing some MSPA style stuff earlier, and I forgot that traditional MSPA style does not have necks, because I've been drawing necks for the Hiveswap style. Having dinner sounds nice. Yeah. I mean, I actually like it better with the necks, personally. I think no necks looks a little weird. But, you know. Necks, what the fuck are those? Yeah. Ain't that the truth? Gotta lean his shoulder towards the camera a little bit, I think. Because I want him kind of rubbing his arm a little bit. It's like balancing a grapefruit on top of the shoebox. That's pretty good. Or like a paper towel roll. Oh, maybe this shoulder should be angled since they're kind of facing a little bit this way. Yeah, that might be good. Yeah, this is the right move. I can feel it. Tilting him this way. Oh yeah, I talked about it a little earlier, but did y'all read that Geo post? That blogger Geo about the Hiveswap scandal? It's been going around a bit, so I think a bunch of people have seen it. Eddie, I told you. But, if y'all remember the allegations that the Odd Gentleman stole money from the Homestuck campaign. Y'all remember that a while back, when Hiveswap was like fledgling, how the Odd Gentlemen were originally going to produce a 3D version of it and all that stuff. Well, just this week, it turns out that none of that is that's probably not what happened. What actually happened was that Hussey spent like I think a year of time working with the, or at least a handful of months of the time working with the Odd Gentleman, just producing a 3D animatic for Act 7. And refused to give a design document for a chunk of Hiveswap. So I get like the, if I remember the article correctly, they were guessing that what Hussey wanted them to do is to just create something and then he would edit the result instead of giving them clear instructions what to do the first time. But either way, he didn't give the design document until it was too late for the game. So at some point they just moved on to their own game because they were stagnating. There was nothing they could do. So the Odd Gentleman didn't actually steal that money. And also, I didn't quite understand it. I recommend you go read, just look up GIO Hiveswap scandal, and you'll get both articles. But if I remember correctly, apparently Act 2 was mostly done in 2014, the 3D version of it. Like, not shippable, but Hiveswap Act 1 was shippable, but it just got completely scrapped. These sleeves are too low. It was just mismanaged, yeah, but the Odd Gentleman must have taken some serious hits for that. I'm sure a lot of people boycotted them. I know for a while whenever I heard the Odd Gentleman, I was like, oh, bad company. No thanks. But to find out that it was just unprofessional behavior on the part of Hussey is kind of a bummer. The sleeves up there. Let's see if that looks right. He's not quite tilted that much. Let's get him a little bit more forward facing. Also, he's a little bit more slouched than that. Where's his neck? Okay, his shoulders aren't quite up to his chin, but sleeves up here. little tiny bit too high. Let's get them down a little bit. That's more like it. That's more like Zephyros. There we go. Look at you. A funky, fresh boy. I'll do the symbols at the end because they're kind of like the horns in that they have to be pretty consistent. Not quite as bad as the horns, but also much more complicated. So I'd say actually it balances out. They're just as bad as the horns. Because they might be more malleable, but they're also more complicated. Okay.
Paramount Street, yeah.
I'll fix this ugly Zephyros sprite later. It's really bad. I mean, Hiveswap leaves some things to be desired. I think I actually make a joke later in the animatic, that, you know, that segment at the beginning of the game that just glitches out randomly about giving, what's her name, Stella, the medical kit or whatever? And what I was going to do in the Rust Blood car was, no one really knows how the game is played, and have a joke like that, because her quest is impossible. I mean, they did release a game. They sure did. And I really like the art style better than 3D, to be honest. They wasted so much time and so much money, and so many people worked on it only to get no credit and be locked down with NDAs. It's very sad. Yeah, the sprite work is very good. I love it. Honestly, I even like the sprite better than the MSPA hero style. I think the Hiveswap style is really, really good. Also like the animations, those just the little, even though they're a little choppy, like I like that they're choppy. I like that they're kind of like tick, 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 tick. It's very stylized, it's very nice. Where's my damn it reference? That's a good question. There it is. I might need a bubble for you. I didn't want to put you in a speech bubble because that's a little contrived, but your horns are too big to draw the whole thing. Because I don't wanna... I'm gonna be real. I think ZBD and Charon are cut from the game. I think they would have been in Hiveswap Reactor 1 if they were gonna be in the game, because there's two places exactly perfect for them. Which is, of course, the trash heap and the bee. I think I expressed this in an earlier stream, but in my dream version of Hiveswap, I think the people on the train determine who, like, dies. And you get to save either ZBD or Charon, depending on which horns you choose. So, like, if if you get the cone horns, oh, you get to bring ZBD on the train, but oh no, you bring ZBD to a horrible demise. Or maybe you get to bring ZBD on the adventure with you and you get to take him, but if you take Charon, then ZBD gets left behind, or something like that. You know? And that maybe there was something in the trash pile that would, like, make you smell real bad, that would let you pass the bees. Something like that. I don't know. It's a shame, because I like Charon better than I like, how do you pronounce their name? The lo-fi hip-hop, troll with one eye? It's like... something. Zavia. Zabrava. Zabriva. Zabrebre. Sirava. I like Charon better than Sirava, so it was kind of a bummer to see Charon get axed. Trash friend. Goodbye. Rest in pieces, Basily. Rest in pieces. That other troll's definitely the non-dead clown twin's definitely coming for revenge. It's kind of a bummer though that they ended it so early. They really should have given us more of a chance to get used to them. Because even in their friend sim, it felt like, oh man, there's so much intrigue and story here. Like, what does it mean to be twins as trolls? How are they connected? What do they have powers that deal with each other beyond just chuckle voodoo, and also probably telekinesis? How are their personalities different? The friend sim didn't really answer any of those questions, and I was like, oh, I guess we'll see in Homestuck Hiveswap. But now, no, we can't ever see, because he's dead now. So it's like, what was the point of that? I mean, I guess the point was, ooh, somebody's dead. But I'm gonna be real. Should have killed Kariko. I already knew everything I needed to know about Kariko. Got more than enough development in both Hiveswap Friend Sim and Pester Chum. Or what is it? Pester Quest. He got more than enough development, more than enough screen time. It should have been Kariko that died. Yeah. I know these horns are dog shit, but I don't care right now. Plus, this is like just appearing for a second, so it's probably fine. Damag's horns are such a pain. That's why I don't think anyone will mind that I've drawn them like 2 tree branches. Nah, they look more like ferns, but whatever. I think everybody will be paying attention to Zephos in this scene. This isn't gonna turn out okay. Coral horns, yeah. Ooh, that's nice. I'm assuming you EV trained it into a Mewtwo X as opposed to a Mewtwo Y. Gotta love that jolly nature. How are the IVs? Honestly, excuse me. IVs are the worst part of Pokemon competitive. Not because they're confusing, but because it means that you can't use your partner Pokemon. Not just like your starter, but I mean like you can't use the Pokemon that you just caught in the wild and you buddied up with. Because it's like, what? That's not optimal, and it can never be optimal because the IVs are bad. That's something from birth, and I'm like, that sucks. I want to use my Volbeat. Well, I'm glad you didn't get a bad nature at least. Oh, right, bottle caps. Well, then I'm glad that you can change it. I'm gonna be real. I've only just recently played Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. I play Ultra Moon. Just catch optimal Pokemon in the wild then. Easy. Get better at the game. Jesus. Alright. Does that look good? No, it does not. I should have known better than to trust onion skins. Never trust them. They're lying to you. They're making your art look bad, but you can't tell until you turn them off. I guess it looks fine.
Hear the news about good old General Mercer. No. You know, Claremont Street. Yeah,
This should switch over sooner.
And did you hear the news about good old General Mercer? No. You know Claremont Street? Yeah, they renamed it after.
Too fast.
Good old General Mercer. No. You know Claremont Street? Yeah, they renamed it after.
I'm just gonna put 6B in there, and then I'll change it later if I need to.
Oh. You know Claremont Street? Yeah, they renamed it after him. No. You know Claremont Street? Yeah, they renamed it after him.
Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are slightly harder than Sun and Moon. More for just having more trainers. Although Lusamine isn't nearly as present in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon as she is in Sun and Moon. And I gotta be real, the first time I fought her in the Aether Foundation, not the first, was the first evil time I fought her in the Aether Foundation, I was like, huh. Not that I was surprised that she was a villain, but her team was pretty powerful considering that I wasn't leveling properly at all. I wasn't really grinding. I was just kind of avoiding all the trainers and bebopping as fast as I could through the game. So, and her level spike was non-expected.
Named it after.
You know, I think just an hour stream might be good for today. I know it's shorter than my usual stuff, but I need to get back into it. It's been a while. I'm gonna take a look at the whole thing.
The Mercer legacy is secure. Sure.
No,
All you
yet.
had to do was die. Yeah, that's a lot less work. We ought to give it a try. Now, how you gonna get your debt plan through? I guess I'm gonna finally have to listen to you. Really? Talk less.
Yep. Still have to do this.
Do whatever it takes to get my plan on the Congress floor. Now, Madison and Jefferson are merciless. Well, hate the sin, love the sinner. Hamilton. I'm sorry, Burr, I gotta go. But decisions are happening over dinner.
Oh, that thing is still showing. Hold on. Get out of here. Silly Billy. Let me get that. I'll fast forward this time, don't worry. Let's just... Boop. Okay, there we go.
Decisions are happening over dinner. Two Virginians and an immigrant walk into a room diametrically opposed foes. They emerge with a compromise, having opened doors that were previously closed. The immigrant emerges with unprecedented
This is in a separate
financial
file.
power, a system he can shape however he wants. The Virginians emerge with the nation's capital. And here's the pièce de résistance. No one else was in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. No one else was in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. No one really knows how the game is played.
The art of the trade and the sauce. Alright. I believe that will do it for me today.